sky was barely waking when I heard the screen door close. Coffee still on the table, your jacket by the stove. You didn't say a word, just left a note with my name. Said, "I'm sorry, this is goodbye." Then the whistle came. Your boots were by the doorway, like you planned to come back home. But the bed felt twice as empty when I woke up alone. I stood there in the silence with your letter in my hand, trying to understand the meaning of a love I couldn't stand. She left with the morning train before the sun could rise, took all the words we never said and all the unanswered whys. I watched her disappear like smoke into the rain. Yeah, my heart broke quietly when she left with the morning train. We said love would last forever, said we'd face it side by side. But somewhere in the waiting, she learned how to hide. I thought staying meant commitment, thought leaving meant defeat. But I guess she found her freedom in the sound of those steel wheels. There's a town down by the station where the nights still call her name. Every train that passes through feels a little bit the same. I still turn when I hear footsteps, still look up when trains complain. Funny how the heart remembers every kind of pain. She left with the morning train, no tears, no last embrace, just a quiet kind of ending time couldn't erase. I stayed standing on the platform, watching hope drift down the lane. Yeah, my world slowed to a whisper when she left with the morning train. Maybe love ain't always breaking, sometimes it just lets go. Sometimes leaving is the only way a heart can finally grow. I don't curse her for the leaving or the choice she had to make. I just wish she'd left a reason instead of this ache. She left with the morning train, but I stayed and learned the truth that you can't beg someone to stay when their heart's already moved. Now every sunrise finds me stronger, though the memory still remains. I learned how to let go slowly, like she left with a morning train. Yeah, the tracks still run behind this town, but I don't chase them anymore. Down an old dusty highway where the sunset paints the sky, I hear my boots on gravel and a lonesome whistle cry. Mama's voice still echoes from that wooden porch at home, singing songs of freedom on a broken radio tone. There's a picture on the dashboard, faded edges, black and white. Daddy with his old guitar, playing softly through the night. Every mile I travel feels like pages from my past. Golden roads of country made to never fade or pass. These golden roads of country lead my heart back home. Through the pain and the glory, I was never alone. From the fields to the highways where my dreams still run free, on the golden roads of country that keep calling me. Neon lights and small town bars, stories poured with cheap red wine. Old men hum forgotten tunes from a simpler time. Love was rough and honest, like the calloused hands I knew. Every scar a memory, every song still true. I've lost friends along the way to the wind and passing years. Some to love, some to silence, some to bottled tears. But the radio still plays those old songs, slow and strong. They remind me who I am when the nights feel long. These golden roads of country lead my heart back home. Through the pain and the glory, I was never alone. From the fields to the highway where my dreams still run free, on the golden roads of country that keep calling me. If I fall beneath the starlight with a broken song to sing, let the sound of steel strings be the last damn thing. Tell the world I lived simple, loved honest, stood my ground on these golden roads of country where my soul was found. These golden roads of country ain't made of gold or stone. They're built from love and heartbreak and a place called home. When my journey's over and the night turns free, I'll ride the golden roads of country back to peace. Yeah, the golden roads of country still remember me, still remember me.
There's a wind on the prairie calling names I can't forget, through the dust and the silence of the towns the world regret. Old saloons stand empty with their stories on the floor, every wall still listening to the men who came before. Boot heels on wooden sidewalks echo ghosts from long ago. Outlaws, lovers, broken dreams buried deep beneath the snow. The moon hangs low and lonely, like it's got something to say. Whispers of the old West still ride the night away. Hear the whispers of the old West in the cold and open air. Every prayer and promise still drifting everywhere. From the that burned at sundown to the stars that never rest, I still hear the voices in the whispers of the old West. There's a harmonica crying from a window painted red. A cowboy sings to memories of the life he nearly had. Love was hard as iron, faith was dust and bone, but every man kept walking till the trail felt like home. I've been riding through the ages, chasing truth and rusty signs. Every road feels borrowed from another place in time. I lay my hat in silence, let the night confess all the sins and stories of the wild and weary West. Hear the whispers of the old West in the cold and open air. Every prayer and promise still drifting everywhere. From the fires that burned at sundown to the stars that never rest, I still hear the voices in the whispers of the old West. If these plains could talk back, they'd sing slow and low of blood, of love, of freedom, and the costs we never know. So I listen in the darkness with my back against the wall to the ghosts of broken heroes who still answer when I call. Yeah, the whispers of the old West ain't just legends carved in stone. They're the tears and dreams of men who died alone. When my trail runs empty and my fire fades to rest, bury me with the stories of the whispers of the old West. Let the wind keep talking, let the silence confess, I'll be riding forever with the whispers of the old West. Alarm clock before the sunrise, coffee strong, boots still wet. Another day on borrowed strength, another promise to forget. The world don't hand out mercy, it just takes what it can take. I learned that lesson early with every ache. I watched my daddy bend his back for $1 and a dream. Said, son, don't wait on luck, ain't nothing what it seems. So I clocked in every morning, rain, dust, heat, or cold. Yeah, I work my hands to the bone just to keep my soul. I work my hands to the bone for a life that won't slow down. Paid my dues in sweat and silence, kept my feet on solid ground. I didn't ask for easy answers,
just wanted something honest. So I work my hands to the bone. Every scar tells a story that I never wrote down. Every callus is a memory of staying, not backing out. I've been passed by faster dreams and men with cleaner shoes, but I sleep good at night knowing what I choose. There were nights I missed my children, missed the way my home felt warm, missed the chance to say I'm tired while the world kept pushing on. But I showed up when it mattered, did the best I've always known. Yeah, I traded time for honor, working hands to bone. I work my hands to the bone when quitting crossed my mind, held the line when hope felt thin and strength was hard to find. I don't shine like polished silver or gold stone, but there's pride in every wrinkle from working hands to bone. If I leave this world tomorrow, I won't leave it owing lies. I paid my way with effort, not excuses or alibis. Let the rich keep their comfort, let the lucky roll the dice. I'll take a tired kind of peace, earn the hard way twice. To the bone, and I do it all again for the right to stand up straight and call myself a man. I don't need a bigger story carved in stone. Just remember I stood my ground and worked my hands to the bone. There's a highway stretching endless under tired and yellow lines. I've been chasing something missing since I left it all behind. Every town looks like a promise, every mile feels like a test. I keep driving through the silence with a heart that won't rest. Got a suitcase full of questions and a mirror I avoid. Every dream I ever carried feels heavier than void. I hear your voice in every station, like a song I've always known. But the farther that I wander, the more miles between me and home. There are miles between me and home, and ghost riding shotgun beside. Every wrong turn I ever took still asks me why. I don't know where this road is leading, but I know what I've outgrown. Yeah, I'm learning who I am between me and home. Neon lights and motel windows blinking like they understand. Every stranger's got a story written deep in calloused hands. I've seen hope in empty glasses, truth in words we never say. Funny how the road teaches lessons you can't learn if you stay. I've loved hard and lost harder, let pride write my goodbyes. I mistook the sound of freedom for the echo of my lies. Now every mile's a confession, every mile feels earned. I keep paying for the bridges I was too young to burn. There are miles between me and home, and regrets I still carry inside. Every sunset in my rear view feels like another goodbye. I don't know if I'll find forgiveness or just peace on my own, but I'm closer to the truth with these miles between me and home. If I turn back in the morning, will I recognize that man? Or did the road already change me more than I ever planned? Maybe home ain't just a place or a door I used to know. Maybe it's who I become after letting go. There were miles between me and home, but they taught me how to stand. Every scar became a lesson, every loss shaped who I am. If I ever find my way back, and I won't walk it alone, 'cause I finally found myself in the miles between me and home. Yeah, the road keeps rolling on, but I don't feel so alone. No, I don't feel so alone. There's a mailbox leaning sideways on a gravel county road. Paint's been fading from the front porch, but the welcome's never old. You can drive 1,000 miles chasing money, chasing fame, but some things pull you backward when you hear your name. Mama's cooking in the kitchen, radio turned low. Daddy's rocking by the window, watching daylight go. Every crack along the wall, every sound I know, ain't just wood and nails and paint, it's the roots I grow. 'Cause home ain't just a place with a number or a name, it's the arms that always find you when the world's been hard and strange. It's the love that stays unspoken when the lights are gone. Home ain't just a place, it's where I belong. I've slept under brighter ceilings, heard applause from crowded rooms, but nothing ever held me like those small town afternoons. There's a comfort in the quiet that you can't buy or fake. Some things only feel like home when you're wide awake. Time has changed the faces, left a little silver hair, but the laughter sounds the same when we're all still there. I don't need a mansion or a view that's wide and long. If I've got their voices, I'm already home. Yeah, home ain't just a place you can find on any map. It's the stories that we carry in the spaces in our past. It's forgiveness in the silence when we've all grown on. Home ain't just a place, it's where I belong. Someday when the road gets longer and my steps get slow, I won't fear the falling dark, as long as I know there's a light still on for me. No matter how far I've gone, that kind of love don't fade away, it just stays strong. 'Cause home ain't just a place with a door and a key. It's the people who remember who I used to be. When this life starts feeling heavy and I'm worn and gone, I'll always find my way back, 'cause that's home. Yeah, home ain't just a place, it's a feeling. There's a song on the radio crackling through the night, old vinyl spinning slowly in a pale yellow light. Every note feels familiar, like a friend I used to know. Echoes of classic country from a long time ago. Front porch chair still waiting for the stories we once told, laughing about forever, back when hearts were young and bold. The years keep moving forward, but these songs refuse to leave. They're stitched into the silence of everything I believe. These echoes of classic country still ring inside my soul. Through the miles of memories, they never let me go. From the sound of steel strings crying to a voice that's rough and true, I still hear my past calling in the echoes of classic country too. There's a man in every lyric with a story worn and real, love that broke him wide open, pain he never learned to heal. Those songs don't hide the truth, they just lay it bare, like a prayer whispered softly in the smoky air. I've chased modern highways and neon city lights, but nothing ever moved me like those old Saturday nights, when the music felt like family and the truth was always clear. Every song was a promise that someone still cared. These echoes of classic country still ring inside my soul. Through the miles and memories, they never let me go. From the sound of steel strings crying to a voice that's rough and true, I still hear my past calling in the echoes of classic country too. If the world gets too loud and the nights feel long and cold, I'll turn the dial back slowly to the songs that never get old. Let them play me home again like they always do, 'cause those echoes of classic country still know me through and through. Yeah, these echoes of classic country aren't just music in my head. They're the love I once believed in and the tears I never said. When my voice is gone to silence and my story's finally told, let my heart keep on singing with the echoes of classic country. Oh, yeah, the echoes of classic country still echo on and on, long after the record's done. I used to know the man in the mirror, knew his reason, knew his name. Now his eyes don't recognize me, like we never played the same game. Every town feels unfamiliar, every mile feels borrowed time. I keep chasing faded answers on a road that used to be mine. I built my life on shaky promises, said I'm fine when I wasn't strong. I wore my pride like it was armor, but it just made the nights more long. There's a map I never followed, with directions I ignored. Now I'm lost in all the silence I was begging for before. I'm a stranger on my own road, with a past I can't outrun. Every step feels like a question, every answer comes undone. I don't know who I became or where the truth has gone. Yeah, I'm walking through my life like a stranger on my own road. I've shaken hands with every shadow that I swore I'd leave behind. I made peace with all my failures, but they never left my mind. Love came knocking more than once, I just didn't let her in. I was too busy running circles, trying not to feel again. The lines on my face tell stories I never learned how to tell, of quiet wars and restless nights and a heart I never sold well. If I could talk to younger me, I'd say slow down, let it go, 'cause you don't find yourself by running from the truth you already know. I'm a stranger on my own road, with my name on every sign, but none of them feel like
stranger on my own road. If I stop here in the daylight and face the man I've been, will I find forgiveness or just the shape of my sins? Maybe home ain't where I started, or the dreams I overplayed. Maybe it's the moment I stopped being afraid. I was a stranger on my own road, but I'm learning how to stay, to listen when my heart speaks instead of looking away. If this road keeps twisting on me, I won't walk it cold and alone, 'cause I'm finally meeting the man on my own road. Yeah, I'm still walking, but I'm not alone. Not anymore.